Welcome to the level 3 of salsa on 1 course. This is a concept video for this level, and we're going to touch upon the basics of copa, what you need to do for the copa. And once you get these basic ideas in your mind, then it's very easy for you to follow the various basic variations of copa that you can do in this level. So I think there are about 10 to 11 basic combos, variations that you can do within the copa at this level. And of course, you can also come up with a lot more combinations once you mastered these elements. But before that, we need to understand how the copa functions. So the copa will always work only with an open break, never on a basic. So for the men, very important is to go for an open break when you lead the partner into a copa. So the moment you want to do a copa, we're going to go for an open break. Now, like I mentioned, the basic variations of copa, it can happen in different combinations of my hold, cross stance, single hand, and everything. But I will probably touch on 1 or 2 variations to help you to explain this. Okay, the first rule, like I said, it only happens with an open break. So I'm going to use one of these variations where I'm going to use both my hands. So I'm going to step out of the partner's line, so that she knows that she can move to the other direction already. If I'm staying in front of her, there's no space for her. So I'm going to move out of her at the end of the 7 from the previous bar, so she knows she has space. The next thing I'm going to do is an open break. Like I said, copa will work only with an open break. So we're going to go for an open break. Now, the idea of the copa is to present her to people in the front and lead her back in the same direction. Now, usually until here, we were dancing with the partner in the same side. Right turns, simple turns, hammerlocks, men turn, women turn. And then we did cross-body lead variations where the women completely shift to the other direction. Now this is the first time we are trying to work or introduce this idea of leading the partner halfway through, and we're going to send her back into the same direction. Now this is the idea of copa. Now what I'm going to do is this. First thing is an open break. Now I can lead the copa to change the direction in 2 ways. One, to lead her over the head. In this case, because of my particular hold, it's only possible to lead her over the head. So I'm going to go exactly right through her head. Okay, think of cutting a pizza in half. Yeah, so when you make a pizza, she goes for a turn. So for example, if I'm going to draw a pizza over her head, she goes for a turn. If I'm going to cut the pizza in half, we are already in open break, then she goes for a copa. So now this is the idea of the lead, right? So in this case, I'm using my right hand to lead her forward and left hand to cut the pizza. Open break, and I'm going to cut the pizza. Now, what's very important in this case, also in all the copa that we're going to work out, for the ladies, your weight is on the right leg, and for the men, the weight is on the left leg, and we are actually stopping each other with the counterbalance of the weight. It could be any hold. In this case, maybe I have my hand here, or I could have my right hand here, or I could have my left hand here. Does not matter. This is this connection of feeling of the stop we feel by the counterbalance of the weight. We're moving in opposite directions. Now, this will give us enough tension and the preparation for the lady to go for an inside turn from there. So we lead her halfway and then send her back into an inside turn. I'll show the same move again. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. I move out of a line. We go for an open break, cut the pizza. My weight is in the left leg, her weight is in the right leg, and then I'm going to lead her for an inside turn. 5, 6, 7. Basic. 3 and 5, 6, 7. Let me show one more variation just to see if the same rules apply. So I'm going to start with the basic. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. In this case, I'm on a cross-handed hold, left or right. I'm going to go for an open break. I pull her forward with my right hand and cut the pizza with my left hand. Now we are here in this position. Now if you see, my weight is in my left, her weight is on the right, left leg is free, and this counterbalance is helping her to stop and makes it easier for her to come back into the next variation. So this is the idea of copa, open break, cut the pizza. Some of the variations that we might discuss in the combos might have, say some of the variations have a hammerlock, and then we go from down to here. This is also the same rule of open break and shifting of the weight. In this case, because my hand is not going over the head, I'm not cutting the pizza in half, but I'm still giving the counterbalance of putting my weight forward, her weight back, and then we shift to lead her into an inside turn from there. There are so many variations of copa from once you understand the basic ideas, and it's super interesting because this changes the direction of her movement, and it constantly gives a lot of dynamics when you're dancing. Like I said, we're dancing in the same position, we are leading her to the other side, and I can also stop her and send back in the same direction, and this makes the dance a lot more interesting. So probably copas are going to become one of your favorite concepts in the future.
So I'm going to explain the ladies' footwork. So we're going to start with the copa footwork and then finish with an inside turn footwork. So the copa footwork is more like a back break that we get, the feeling, the tension. So you're going to step back with your right leg on 1, but don't change your weight completely. So 1, you step, or more like a pivot, on the count of 2 and step back on 3. Now the important thing here is you change your weight completely on the count of 3 onto your right leg, so your left leg is free. So let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. Now if you can lift your left leg, that means you've changed your weight completely onto your right. Now from here, the inside turn footwork starts, yeah? Now on 5, this is a very common mistake. Don't step forward on 5. You're going to stay on the same spot on 5 when the lead changes your weight. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's do this again. 5, 6, 7 and 1 basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Change your weight completely. Change your weight onto your left leg on 5. 6, turn. Step forward on 7. Step back on 1. Again, I am not changing my weight completely on 1. Only on the ball of my feet. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's try it from this way. 5, 6, 7, 1 basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1.